We are back with another fabulous Milwaukee M18 tool review. And this one just so happens to be the battery topper. If you're new to the channel, smash down on that like button, hit that subscribe button so you guys can follow the videos that we do on this, because we'll also be going out to shows. So if you follow the channel, you know I mentioned that in the last show. So watch the last video and you'll see the different social media sites that I went to. So check out that video, and I'll post that video somewhere in here so you guys could check out that one. And that one was on the Dremel tool. And I did say I was going to do a back-to-back video all in one day, and this is the second one that I'm doing today. And this is the M18 top off. And what the top off is that it goes on top of your M18 battery. So if you have a quarter tool or you need some sort of power, charge your cell phones while you're out on the job site or out in the field or anything like that, this will give you the opportunity to use your M18 batteries as a power source to power different items, which I already have a couple items on the table. And just to check the items that I would use in the shop or out there in the field or anything like that. So I'm going to take you guys over to the table. Smash that subscribe button, follow the channel. So let's head on over to the table. We'll crack this open and we'll talk a little bit more about this. This is the Milwaukee M18 top off, and it says here it gives you a 175 watt power supply from using your M18 batteries. And this is probably an awesome thing to have in case you're on the site and you need to charge your cell phones, because it does have the multiple different ports, which we'll get into that a little later when we open this up. But flipping it the package over, and over here it does give you the different items you can run and approximately the amount of time that the item will run, and depending on what size battery you have. So all my batteries are the 5.0s. So if I run over here to the fan, which we are going to do a demonstration using the fan, so constantly running a 5.0 battery should last 72 minutes using a simple small box fan. And it gives it the breakdown. So if you guys have the 2.0s, the 5.0s, and the 12.0s, and the different items that it will do. It will charge on the 12.0, it will charge your cell phone. And I'm assuming if your cell phone's completely depleted, 12 times. And on the 5.0, 5 times, and the 2.0, 2. So it looks like the number of battery gives you how many times it will charge your cell phone. So we picked this up to give it a little bit of test, and in case I ever lose power or I'm out at a car show or anything like that and I need to charge my cell phone or need a 120 volt or anything like that, or 120 watt plug to run a fan underneath the tent or anything like that, or even when I'm camping, I could use this in the tent to run a box fan. So that's a good thing about that. But let's get into this and see exactly what it looks like. And here is the unit itself. And in here it does give you some instructions. About the unit. So we'll just throw these off to the side. And here's the unit itself. And up here is the different charging ports that you have, like your USB, your USB-C, and things like that. And then I guess this will tell you what what item will charge what. And this one will charge, you turn this on, that will operate that plug. And you turn that one on, that will operate these up here. So down here it has a couple of different gauges to where if it overheats, maybe when the battery's depleting. But let me get a hold of the battery here and we will plug it in and check this out. And here I have a battery that is completely charged, as you guys can see here. So I am going to install this into there. Because when you push these buttons, this will light up to let you know that power is going to this and power is going to that. So I'm just going to push it, and as you can see, that has lit up. And what this does say in the instructions, that it will run a, not so much power tools it doesn't want you to run, but we are going to try it anyway. So I do have a heat gun over there, which I don't know if it's going to work, but just plug the Dremel in. And it does work. So now my corded Dremel tool has just became a battery tool. It sounds like when I first turn it on, it cuts the power off, but although it's on medium. And looking at the battery check on this, it is back up to 4, but when I was running it, took a little while for it to fire up. It is back down to 3, as you see here. So let's try a different item. I guess maybe in the emergency, that is a Dremel tool, which is high, takes a lot of juice, but let's get a regular drill and see if that works. Checking to see if my light's still on. It is. And I have no doubt that this will power up a cell phone. And it says it could do laptops. I haven't used this in years, so I don't know if this is going to work. This is an old Harbor Freight one. And it's just, this just wants to take up too much power. And as you can see, do not plug it in, because that light is flashing. Your warning light is on, meaning it's drawing too much. But when I unplug it, it tells me the battery is still full. So I'm wondering if this has overheated. And I'm just going to turn this off. Turn the unit off. So we know now that it will not work a power drill. So a Dremel tool, it seems like it worked. But now let's try a box fan. So I plugged it in, turned it on. My light, warning light is gone. My temperature light never did light up here. Now let's turn on the fan. Fan has turned on. And it is working. So if you guys are camping or anything like that, you need a fan. This is one reason why maybe I have gotten this, so I could use a fan like this in case I need one when I'm out in the field or camping or anything like that. If it does not work in the drill, the regular power drill, I have no doubt that it is not going to supply enough electricity, at least off the 5.0 batteries, to supply the hot air gun, the heat gun. So I'm just going to probably end the test here on testing some of this stuff. But I did also get a charger to see if we could back a charger off of one battery to another battery, because this is 2. Let's see what this is sitting at. That's sitting at 4, which we know when we have something plugged in, it draws the power right off the bat. But let's plug this charger in, and this is still on. because the light is on. Just plug this in. And all I'm doing is checking to see if this light will light up or not. Okay, and it does look like it will transfer power from that battery to this battery. Why we would ever need to do that, I have no clue, because I would just use that battery rather than charge this battery. The only other reason I could see you charging from this to a different battery is if you need an M12 battery instead of the 5.0 or the M18, and you needed an M12 battery, you could just convert the power from there, transfer it over to the M12, which I have no dead M12 batteries, but let's see if we could get this to light up anyway. Like I said, all my M12 batteries are full anyway, so let's try this. And I was correct. My M12 battery is full, so I have no dead M12 batteries that are fully depleted or anything like that. So maybe if I needed an M12 instead of the M18, I would just transfer the power over to it. So that's pretty much what does our tests and what I would just simply use this for. And if you guys have any other things that you think you would use it for, hit me up in the comments and give me some ideas, and you know what, I'll test it on those. I think this is pretty cool, and what it does have here is a hook, maybe if you need to hang it onto something or something like that. But that's pretty much the review. But what do you say we go back out to the truck, and I'll give you my final review and my final thoughts on this topper. So what's my final review on this? Will I use this a lot? Probably not. Will I use it in case of any emergencies? I think that's when I personally will be using this, when I need to charge a cell phone, or if I'm out on the show field or anything like that, and I need to charge a laptop or an iPad, your phone, maybe even run a fan. Other than that, I really don't have any specific use for this. Other than if I lose power, even if I lose power here at the shop and I need to charge up my cell phone so I could call for help or anything like that. That's the only reason why I basically got this. So in case we lose power here, I still have a way to charge my cell phones and to maintain communication with the real world. Not that this is the fake world, but to keep in touch with everybody and see what's going on, and an emergency to call for help. Can I see some of the other crew members of the channel using this more than me? I could absolutely see them using it more because they like to go camping and they could use this to power up a fan. They'll just have to take a couple of these extra batteries with them. Like I said, the fan will only run maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours max, depending on how high I'm assuming you would run the fan. But Milwaukee also does make a fan specifically for the M18 batteries, which I do not know if their fans are a little bit more efficient or something like that. So my final thoughts on that is, in an emergency, you lose power and you need a way to charge your cell phone or anything like that, your communication device, I think that's what I got this for. I didn't get this to really have and use it daily or use it regularly in the shop or anything like that. I just got this just as in a case of an emergency, in case I lose power here or anything like that. And since I have the M18 lines, I just got the M18 topper, which I also did get the M12 topper, which is very similar to this. The only thing, it does not have the regular plug outlet. It has the ports in here, and I use that to power up my heat gear and to charge my cell phone in the deer stand and stuff like that. That's what I got the M12 for. But other than that, taking this out in the woods along with an M18 battery is going to be very heavy in the pack, and just to charge the cell phone out in the forest, I don't think I will, unless I'm going to be out there maybe 2 days or something like that. Will I take it out to a cabin with me in case I lose power out of the cabin? Yeah. Other than that, it's pretty much is what it is. And the unit does have a cooling fan on the side here, so it will cool the unit and things like that. But other than emergencies, I really have no use for it. So hit me up in the comments and tell me what use you guys would have it. And if you had one of these or have one, tell me how you like it, because I'd really love to know what your opinion is. Well, till next time, I'm Joe. Driving trucks and hunting bucks is how I roll it. Wicked Fabz!